Give someone else a chance. Other people that are coming up in the world that are our age don't have a chance.
There's a beauty transfer thing that happens where it changes. And twerking doesn't look the same on a 70-year-old as it does.
No. Like, age with class is all I'm saying.
Thick girl.
And then also, shine light on young artists. Mm-hmm. Shine light on younger people that are trying to fucking make a difference in their own life. Not in the world. They're not trying to make a difference in the world, but they are trying to make a difference in themselves. So give them a chance.
You notice?
Like it's just... But do you get what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
Where the black rabbit hole that I'm trying to go down
it's old shit.
There's so many terms... Or there's no term limits for Senate and House. There's no term limits for your actress self. There's no term limits.
You go, we want popularity to this, so we'll hire a white person. But you go, well, if you hired a black person, maybe they'd be more popular because you hired the black person. So it's like, oh, yeah.
I just want...
You're both right. I mean,
my frustration that comes out of it is like, you as a musician, you should be frustrated because there's so many other musicians that all they've done this year is complain about the fucking pandemic and how sad they are. I have not heard, up until recently, I've started hearing some new music and they're all very young people that are recording shit off their GarageBand at home. Mm-hmm. None of them are artists that have already been out. None of them are people that I've looked up to for my entire lives. These are all new artists. These are all new people. Your music was more fucking exciting than I had heard in months because no one was producing anything from like October of 2019 to now.
Yeah.
And even then, people are like, we'll release it when the pandemic's over. Release it now, you fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah,
like, what
there's a lot
is
of that.
Well,
people start thinking business-wise, where they're like, well, it's going to be more financially savvy for us to release it before a tour so we can tour on it. It's like...
Just release it. Everyone wants to listen to new music.
You can't tour right now. And if you could, then go for it. But, like, it's not going to change when...
No.
People are going to want to see you when it gets lifted no matter what. If you have nothing new out or whatever, just release your shit.
Well, it's almost the same sense of like me moving away from home 2 years ago. I'm never on my Instagram. I'm never on my Facebook. And then all of a sudden after the pandemic, I'm going to get on my Facebook and my Instagram and pretend I have millions of followers. No. Like, I'm sorry. I'm going to forget about you because all these other young artists are producing music and shoving their shit out there and getting their shit out there. And I'm listening to that. I want to follow those people. And even if they are working a 9-to-5 job by the end of this pandemic or working at a warehouse, I guarantee you, I want to see those people play somewhere. I just don't understand, like, the whole idea of these bands that are just holding on to this fucking music that they've made, which also makes me believe they haven't made it.
No, there's some people that made some mediocre shit. Right before the pandemic.
It's all mediocre though, but like that's what I'm saying.
There's
and even Taylor Swift. I love you, Tay-Tay, but
stop calling her shit indie. There's nothing indie about it.
You're not an indie artist. You're an alternative artist who made a low key album, which is great. Your album is awesome.
She's an amazing songwriter. I listened to it
again, and it's really great.
Producer or whatever.
But you're not indie. You're not independent. You did not fund that yourself. That's what indie is. Indie is someone that has 100% done and recorded the music themselves with the lowest amount of money that they could possibly have.
I'm excited for...
So frustrating.
For this pandemic and stuff. We've said this a lot since the beginning, but this should be the dawn of a new renaissance because... What you're seeing right now that Hollywood is trying to push, there's no new movie ideas.
There's no new movies. There's no new TVs.
No, not only that.
Or TV shows.
The new ideas, the quote unquote new ideas that they have.
They're all old.
They're spinoffs. Mm-hmm. They're sequels. They're redos.
Like, aren't they doing a redo to Goosebumps?
They're redoing everything. They're redoing it's just like one after the other. Like we can redo The Shining, we can redo the Omen, we can redo.
And my frustration with that is, I gotta pee really bad.
Go pee. We'll continue it.
But I have so much to say right now. Like, I know if I were to make a movie, it's not going to be great, right? But say that, because I'm not a producer, I've never filmed a movie, I've never done that. So I will not say that my movie would be great. But a great idea is to have a house where you're quarantined. Because literally, you can make so many horror movies about what's going on right now, and no one's made one. And you're quarantined, so you see the news, you're watching this, right? The TV is telling you to stay inside for at least a month.
Yeah.
And so you stay inside, and then you don't leave your house, though. Imagine the horrors that could happen within that month time frame.
Go crazy. It could
you
be
could
a conspiracy.
go nuts. Yes, exactly. You could have this whole entire thing where you pass out and then you wake up and you thought all of this shit happened. You killed your whole family and they're down in the basement, but really your family is in the basement. They're having a great time. Like, like there's just so many weird shit that you could spin off of what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Again, we have so much to talk about. The presidency,
Okay,
the elect.
let's get.
Oh, God.
Let's
It's so much. I have to
take a
pee.
break.
Okay, I'm peeing.
No, I'm
I don't
peeing.
want you on this side.
So
Over here.
okay, so we're back
So, where did we end off?
with
Or where did we leave off?
okay. Well, movies not
We're
being
drunk.
new. We're on a creative renaissance. Well, that's kind of redundant, but there's like Boondock Saints, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the movie I'm thinking of. That was written
No,
by like
stop.
two brothers that never did movies before. They did some independent film maybe once, and they did that movie, and it was a genius. It was like a great movie. There's not a lot of that kind of stuff happening,
No.
and I think it's a combination. It's not just like the stifling of, corporate world or white America or whatever. That's part of it, but I think it's also culturally, like, we're so used to having these things being presented to us. Like, we watch TV, we watch the commercials, and
I'm sorry. I have to
you're right.
adjust myself. Well, the dogs have, like, cramped my style over here.
You know what I mean? Like,
Keep going now.
so if you see a movie, like even Netflix, they have these little previews. Netflix is actually one of the few that are trying. They just go, that's a great idea, we'll throw money behind it. If it catches, it catches. And it shows up in your feed.
Kind of, but they stifled a lot of people that had good ideas going. Mm-hmm. And because of the pandemic and obviously not being able to film and do the same amount,
They cut a lot of stuff.
they cut a lot of stuff due to that, which I feel is unfair.
Glow.
Like, I feel like Glow should be continued
I'm not
regardless.
okay with
I'm not
this.
okay with this.
God damn, if you have a chance, watch that. That is
It's such
so
a
good.
it's a great show.
It's like Stranger Things meets Carrie,
Yeah, 100%.
and it's fantastic. It's filmed wonderfully. The
So I think-
acting's fantastic.
That's unfair. And that's my other thing. God, this is going to go down such a huge thing. So, okay.
Take it down, babe. Take it down.
I'm trying to, like, timeline myself here.
Okay.
So,
1977. It was spring.
Trump says he's president again for his second term.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
He definitely won, for sure.
Joe Biden is president-elect. We don't know.
Weekend at Bernie's.
And here's the thing. I voted for Biden 100%.
Communist.
However, do I agree with 100% everything that Biden would want to do?
Fuck.
No.
No.
There's just no better candidate, and I don't fucking understand why. And so here is where I'm going with this.
Oh, I get what you're going. I can see it.
You see it. So we don't have people producing these movies, right? We don't have people producing new music. We don't have people welding. We don't have people going into trades that, like, carpentry. Carpentry is a lost trade. We need carpenters. We need shoe cobblers. That's a lost trade. There's so many trades that are getting lost behind because there's not enough
Because people are pushing the old narrative.
Yes. And so...
Sorry, it went down the road pipe.
It's okay. Just let it go. We're going to give a moment of silence for Marty's esophagus. He's coming back. So drink more. It'll help. No, I'm being serious. I know that sounds sarcastic, what I'm saying right now, but it's 100% true.
I had like ginger come out my eyeball right now.
Oh, I hate that. That gave me chills. So...
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. So... But my issue is that all of these trades are dying, right? How do we fix them? How do we make them more approachable, more
according to capitalism,
accessible? But that's the thing. You take arts away from school. You take sports away from school. You take all of these things away from school that make people want to go to school and to focus. And the reason that drives them is because they have a passion that usually doesn't make money. And that is fucked up to me. And it's hard if you are going into film as a new person, as a new body, as a new soul, you have very little chance of making it because there's so many fucking old ass bitches up in that shit. And they will not relinquish control to other people. And that's so fucking annoying. So then you have all of these other people, usually conservative and usually Republican, and that's on my own opinion, is that they get frustrated because thing after thing looks exactly the same. Nothing's changing. Nothing's progressing. Nothing's getting different. And Democrats, even liberals, you guys get mad about shit. But how many fucking old white men do we have to fucking put in office for you to realize that an old white man is not what we fucking need? It should be someone that is younger than 35 that can run for president. There should be someone that's young.
I don't know about that.
But I mean, come on.
That's crazy.
Like, there's so many way smarter fucking loyal ass people that
fucking
are working
Alexandria
their asses
Ocasio-Cortez, like that crazy bitch.
Okay, AOC, I love her. There's a lot of things that I love about her. She's crazy.
She's passionate.
But she is passionate. And she has a feel for the people. And she's frustrated. And she should be frustrated.
Her solutions are asinine.
Some of them. Yes. Not all of them,
Some of her
though.
solutions are asinine.
It's just... And that's the same as Trump. Some of his suggestions are asinine. However, there are some good things that he says. Taking out the climate bill? Probably not much. I don't agree with that.
Fair.
But that's the thing, is that no white old man above the age of 7, there should be a cutoff, is what I'm saying.
Unless it's Bernie.
So here's the thing. I do love Bernie, and I will suck his dick.
Okay. Well, that's all the time we have, and thanks for playing.
I will suck that old man's cock all day. Okay, so here's my thing, though. There's a cutoff for everything, and there's an area for everything. So
no, this is what's wrong with our societies.
No.
We have too many parameters.
No.
There's too many rules.
No, that's the thing. There's not enough fucking rules.
No,
because clearly,
too many rules.
No, all of these old people are still up in Senate and still up in House. No one is going to be able to get in there that is actually going to school to trying to fix things.
But people keep voting for them.
But that's what's frustrating. There's no new blood to vote on. The blood that comes in that is new is trash, and they're another old white man.
The young voter still is.
When was the last time that you have seen someone that is 35 years old making the cut for a vote to do something different in their country or in their
Obama was
state?
what, 38?
That's what's frustrating, is that he is.
And they were like, he's too young.
Statistics. But
he wears a tan suit, that son of a bitch. He's un-American.
I think if you're 65, go retire. You're done.
You're done.
You made your life. You're clearly rich enough to run for president. So go shut your fucking mouth and go retire and go golf.
AOC, calm down.
But
They have experience and knowledge.
No, they
from being
don't.
old.
They're fucking old. You're old and you're mad and you're angry at everyone.
Here's the
you're
thing.
retired and you're bored. And you want to tell people how to live their life that do not have the same standards of that you grew up in.